Hey everyone, I'd like to introduce you to another one of my crypto reviews. I haven't really done a crypto review in a little bit of time. I know I've been away for a bit, but I haven't really been away. Been working on projects. But I am still an investor, so I thought it'd be a good thing to try and get back in touch with you guys and let you know what I might be doing trade wise and everything like that, just so you guys understand. And also because of the fact that, like everybody else, we're just trying to also make some money. So I thought I'd bring up something that came to my attention 2 days ago, and over the last 2 days, it's become more to my attention because of the what's been going on with the actual coin. So I thought I'd just be going over it. This review is going to be going over Doge Treats. It's a ERC20, and you can get it on Uniswap. And I'll leave the links and everything in the description, just like I usually do. This is kind of one of those ones that, like before, it kind of is one of those abandoned projects that's almost fully abandoned by the devs, and pretty much the community is taking over. The reason I'm saying that is because of the fact that the Treats dev is he's not a good dev. So don't think that I'm trying to sell you on this by the dev. I'm trying to sell you on this by the community that I've seen, the potential I've seen in the coin. Has nothing to do with the dev team at this point. At this point, I want to take over this coin with the community and help them take over, which I've been putting in funds to be able to help them through their pumps. So I think it's a good uh, option to be trying to get into for an early investor, especially since it's already gone through the heavy dump period, which was the shitty dev. So don't mind behind me. My dog is playing with treats behind me. I'm not trying to be ironic. I'm just trying to be realistic. My dog is sitting back there. She doesn't like bones. She likes treats. So anyways, I came upon this, and the dev pretty much he made Doge Treats, and then he sold off most of it, and so he pretty much rugged the community and was in the Telegram, doing shady stuff like muting the Telegram and all that stuff. So what I ended up doing was I started talking to the community in there when I was able to, and I noticed that the community is actually pretty cool. Um, they the holders are actually pretty strong. Like they're sitting in there with a decent strength for the number of holders that they have, especially considering the not so great dev. Um, what I noticed was I had bought in originally around like here. So I mean I was around here maybe. So I didn't pay into the FOMO, which is good. You don't want to be paying into the FOMO. You want to be buying in at the dips to make it so that you're able to get the highest capital in the end. So by not coming in at this section, I didn't lose out on all of it like this section did. So I mean, it sucks if you did. That's the community I'm trying to help. Is I'm trying to help those people that are up here try and get back where they were because of the fact that they kind of got screwed over by the team that made the coin. So the dev made another coin called Chib Treats, and that one bombed. It didn't do as good as Doge Treats. The community really stuck around for this one. And it actually annoyed the dev so much that he kept constantly muting the Telegram because he didn't want to see the community keep pumping it. So what I'm actually going to be doing is making another Telegram for a takeover for Treats, and I'm going to make it so you guys can join it, just like I just made this Twitter account right here for it, which is so that you guys can kind of keep up with what I'm going to be trying to do to help out the Doge Treats community. I have a bunch of different plans that I'm going to be doing to try and help the community be able to push the coin a little bit more, be able to help with the takeover. I think it would be cool to be able to. What I want to do is make a new website for the treats. I want to make and inside my own projects, I have the possibility of being able to add um, Doge Treats to my game that I'm working on, and you would use it as a resource for feeding your animals. And so I thought it'd be a cool thing to try and add some utilities to what they're doing. I'm already working on a project that's going to be adding new cryptos into a different game environment altogether as more of a conglomerate. So it's going to be kind of interesting to kind of try and add something in that the community was there, but the dev wasn't necessarily there. Now, people would get paranoid. Here's the stats. The guy already sold. Up here, you can see it, he sold. Now we're over here. Now, see, this is where things got interesting. See, I watched this right here. And there shouldn't have been anything. The guy had sold. So he had done the damage. And it should have been empty. It should have been done. And so it was here. It was flatlined. And then it was like the community had a heartbeat. It just, right? Like, it was like they didn't want to give up on it. And yeah, they ended up with some paper hands at one of the pumps. That's expected. That's going to be some people that are just sitting up there at the resistance because nobody knows what's going on. Now, if the community understood that they're trying to take over and not to worry so much about any sales because of the fact that we're going to try and support it and with small buys and then large buys to be able to keep the pumps going. But these people just didn't know what was going on because at that time there was nobody really helping. And so I was watching, and up till here, you could see, like, now, this doesn't look great. But if you look back at the general sense of it, we're still up. It was down here. It was flatline. So each time, we're making a new level of support. So now the level of support's going up. Now the level of support's going to be trying to go up to a new section because the dev's out. He's already out. Like, he doesn't have enough coins to be able to affect anything at this point. So at this point, it's just one of those less resistance and need more buys. That's all it is. Because I'm looking at the 1 minute just so that you can see that it is active. Now, the fact is that with the dev, he already renounced the ownership. So we don't need to worry about that. He can't edit the code. And even better, since he renounced the ownership, the community can go in and start having things like icons added and exchanges added. So there's actually quite a bit of good things from the fact that he renounced the ownership. He may not be a good dev, but since he did that, it made it so the community can technically try and do something about it. So what I'm going to be doing is over the next month or so, I'm going to be working in treats into a pool in my game that I'm working on. That'll make it so that this is now going to have a utility because of the fact that I'm going to put it into a utility. And then I'm going to try and get a website up, just a small website, just to make it so people can buy, and they understand what it is, and they also understand that I'm adding it to my other projects so that it's going to have utility. So I just thought that, I thought with how communities like to build off a good community, I think we should be able to make something pretty decent off this treats community because of the fact that it's already there. We already have the holders. All we have to do now is just get the buys in because the dev already dipped out. So I think this is going to be the potential of this. What I see is it spiked when it wasn't supposed to. The dev was super mad about this. Like, I was in the Telegram when this happened. He was mad about this. He muted the Telegram and everything. That's why I'm going to be making a new Telegram so that people that are part of the treats community can actually talk without having to worry about getting muted and all that. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will leave the links to be able to buy in, and I will also leave this. As you see, this was just started, but I'll leave this so that you guys can go and talk about it. And I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll see you guys in the next review.